Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to episode number 40 of Bedtime Stories with VJ. You all know who VJ is, but for those who are coming here for the first time, this is VJ. VJ is your host, your ghost, your story writer, your content writer, your storyteller, and someone who takes you on a wild trip of adventure, imagination, empathy, love, share, care, and so many beautiful things. Today, every story that VJ brings to you are stories that are inspired by real life, stories that are inspired by true life, stories that are inspired by true incidents, stories that are inspired by people who have done some amazing things. There are a couple of stories that I read out from books. There are a couple of stories that I take inspiration from real life TED Talks because I believe that children are our future leaders and they are the ones who come with amazing stories. So today's story is about a boy who loves to color. So, what's so amazing about that? Every child loves to color. Every child has a vivid imagination. Every child has different kinds of thoughts going through his or her mind. So, what makes this child very special to us? Let's find out. So, this is the story of a young boy named Yogesh. Yogesh was fun loving, energetic, hardworking, a very good brother, a very good son, a very good friend, and a very good human being. Yogesh was a very, very nice boy. He used to work at the tea stall. His father made tea while he cleaned the tea stall. The benches, he collected all the used glasses and washed them. Once the morning rush had eased out, he would take out his book and his pencils and sit down to draw. Okay? So he was like a regular boy. The only difference is he did not go to school like you people, but he helped his father in the tea stall, in their tea stall. He loved making landscape designs and colorful flowers and colorful umbrellas. If he told you about any of his drawings, he would talk about the lovely colors that he has used. He would talk of the beautiful orange, the vibrant yellow, the blood red colors that he has used, the emerald greens, the turquoise blues. He would talk about colors because that is all that he saw in his mind. In his mind, he imagined the flowers in bright reds, yellows, pinks, and oranges, while the mountains would be lush with all shades of green. There would be dark green, light green, there would be shadings of green with a little bit of brown on it to depict the grass, to depict the trees. You know how landscape paintings are, right? And any landscape painting isn't complete without a river. So his river would be vibrant and blue with shades of emerald green and a little bit of pebbles inside it. Oh, his drawings were masterpieces, and he hoped that one day he could hang up all his paintings in his father's tea stall. He could decorate his father's tea stall with all the paintings that he had made. However much he loved his drawings, he did not like showing them to anyone. I wonder why. Do you do that? Do you draw something and hide it from others? Do you hate showing your drawings to others? I don't know. Yogesh was one such boy. He hated showing his drawings to anyone. He thought that people would not understand and that they would make fun of him. So whenever he did his drawings, he hid under the table or the benches on the far side of the tea stall and then he drew. As soon as he saw any customer entering the stall, he would quickly roll up his drawing and stuff it down his pant and rush off to help his father. Once the last customer had left for the night, Yogesh would sweep the entire tea stall and wipe clean the benches, while his father would wash up all the glasses, the teapot, the spoons, the sieve used to drain the tea leaves from the hot tea. Father would also wash down the gas counter and ensure that the gas was turned off before switching off the light and pulling down and locking the shutters. At home, too, after dinner and after his parents and his older brothers and sisters had gone to bed, Yogesh would bring out his drawings and finish them. The smile that he had on his face at the end of each drawing was so angelic and so beautiful that anybody watching him would fall in love with that smile. It was so innocent and so beautiful. Now, one day, as Yogesh was crouching under the bench and drawing during break hours, his father called out to him and said, Yogesh! Oh, Yogesh! योगेश मैं जरा बस स्टॉप तक जा रहा हूँ मेरे को किसी से मिलना है मैंने चाय बना रखी है थर्मोस में भर के रखी है कोई कस्टमर आए तो चाय डाल देना दे देना उनको कप में So what did his father say? His father said, Yogesh, I'm going down to the bus stop. I have to meet somebody. I've made tea and it is ready. I've kept it in the thermos. If a customer comes, all you need to do is pour out the tea in the glasses. So saying, his father went on quickly to the bus stop on the other side of the road. Now Yogesh was so engrossed in his drawing that he did not hear his father, and he did not realize that now he was all alone in the tea stall. Suddenly somebody came and pulled the paper that he was drawing on from under his hand, and shocked, Yogesh looked up and saw 3 pairs of feet near his legs, near his face. When he looked up, he saw 3 boys standing there. He looked up and he saw 3 young boys who worked at the construction site near the market standing in the tea stall. He quickly scrambled up and tried to take his drawing back. But the boys were bigger and they looked mean. They laughed at him and held the drawing above his head. Yogesh jumped to catch it, but they held it higher. The more he jumped, the higher they held it, and they passed it around from each other. Poor Yogesh. Yogesh was now in tears. He had never wanted to show his drawing to anyone. He was scared that people would make fun of them. He was scared that he would be mocked. He begged, भैया प्लीज भैया मुझे मेरी ड्राइंग दे दो मेरी कॉपी वापस कर दो भैया प्लीज 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 भैया But the boys only laughed louder and pushed him. And he started sobbing, भैया मेरा ड्राइंग दे दो भैया ड्राइंग दे दो भैया So one of the boys said, ठीक है देते हैं देखो we will give you your drawing but first you must get us some tea जा हमारे लिए थोड़ी चाय ले आ तेरे पापा को मिले थे हम बाहर उन्होंने बोला कि तू चाय देगा We met your father outside. He said that you would give us tea. Go get us some tea. Yogesh looked out towards the gas stove, and only then did he realize that his father was indeed not there. He looked out, and he saw his father on the other side of the road. So he looked at the boys and said, ठीक है भैया मैं आपकी चाय ला दूंगा बट प्लीज प्रॉमिस करो आप मेरा ड्राइंग मुझे वापस कर दोगे भैया प्लीज The boys laughed and nodded. ठीक है तू चाय ले आ And then Yogesh went and filled 3 cups with tea from the thermos. As he came and gave it to the boys, his hands were trembling. And he was embarrassed because he saw that the 3 boys were looking at his drawings. The boys looked at him and asked, What is so special about your drawing? इतनी क्या खासियत है? Why are you hiding it? हमने देखा है, we have seen you many times. When we come into the tea stall, you're hiding behind that bench and drawing. And you don't show any of us your drawing. तो अपने आप को समझता क्या है? You think you're some artist? That you can't show your paintings to anybody? What is so special? Yogesh said nothing. बोल, special क्या है तेरे drawing में? Yogesh looked at them and said softly, मेरी drawings, मेरी life है. They are my life. Life? पागल है क्या? How can these scribblings be your life? And then they held up the drawing. It was only scribblings. प्लीज प्लीज आप हंसो मत. ये सच में मेरी जिंदगी है, माई लाइफ. मैं इस टी स्टॉल में फंस गया हूँ. आई एम स्टक इन दिस टी स्टॉल विथ नो लाइफ आउटसाइड ऑफ इट. व्हाट लाइफ विल यू हैव, यू रैट? आर यू सेइंग दैट यू डोंट लाइक वर्किंग फॉर योर फादर? पापा की दुकान में काम करता अच्छा नहीं लगता है क्या तेरे को? रुक, तेरे पापा को बताते हैं. नो 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 नो, नहीं नहीं भैया, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. पापा बहुत मेहनत करते हैं. माय फादर वर्क्स वेरी हार्ड टू फीड द एंटायर फैमिली. ही वर्क्स फ्रॉम डॉन टू डस्क. सुबह सूरज उगने के पहले उठ जाते हैं पापा चाय की तैयारी में, और रात को सूरज डूबने के बाद ही हम चाय की दुकान बंद करके जाते हैं. वो बहुत मेहनत करते हैं मेरे पापा. He works hard to ensure that he has enough food to feed all of us and enough clothes for all of us so that we stay warm and we stay dressed and clothed. I don't mind helping my father at all, but I always wanted to go to school. I love how I see these children wear their uniform, they carry their bags of books and go to school. They look so nice. When I'm washing the glasses outside the tea stall, I see them. I see so many children going to school, and I want to be like them. When you go to school, you get to travel the world. So the boy said, अबे स्कूल जाके कोई वर्ल्ड ट्रैवल करता है क्या? क्या बात कर रहा है? I said, nahi, nahi. When you go to school and you read about these amazing places, you read about these amazing characters from history, it's like you get to travel with them. It's like you get to go on an adventure with them. That is what I want to do. पर स्कूल की फीस हम अफोर्ड नहीं कर पाते. स्कूल की फीस, किताबों का खर्चा, स्कूल बैग का खर्चा, यूनिफॉर्म का खर्चा, इतना सब तो पापा नहीं कर पाएंगे. और किताबें ही नहीं, पेंसिल, कलर, क्या क्या चाहिए, पापा नहीं ला पाएंगे. इसीलिए मैं अपनी ड्राइंग किसी को नहीं दिखाता हूँ. इन माई आईज माई ड्राइंग्स हैव कलर. My drawings have red flowers, orange flowers, yellow flowers. There are green valleys and green gardens. There are blue rivers and blue skies. There are white clouds and a bright yellow sun. It's all in my mind. But I don't have the colors. I only have a pencil. So, which is why my drawings are all in black and white. That is why I don't like showing my drawings to anybody. So saying, Yogi started crying uncontrollably. He cried and he cried and he sat down and sobbed and sobbed and sobbed. The three boys felt very sad. They felt ashamed of themselves. Yes, the drawings were all in pencil. They were all in black and white. But they were all very beautiful. Yogesh had shaded them correctly. Yogesh had drawn the houses properly. Yogesh had drawn the flowers and the mountains and the clouds and the flying birds so beautifully. He just had no colors to color them with. The boys felt very ashamed and they quickly drank their tea, kept money, and went away. Yogesh was so upset that his drawing was seen by the others, that he tore them up and he threw them into the dustbin. And he refused to talk to anybody that day. Even in the night after dinner, he went to sleep first. He did not wait. He did not have to get up to finish his drawing. He was done with it. He would not do any more drawings. The next morning, a very upset and tired Yogesh went with his father to open up the shutters of the tea stall. And there they saw a packet. At first they were suspicious. What is a packet doing outside the tea stall? Is it a bomb? But then it didn't look like a bomb. So Yogesh's father gently picked up the bag. And what did he see? It was a packet which contained drawing books and three boxes of colors. One, a box of sketch pens. One a box of crayons, and one a box of color pencils. There was also a letter inside, but Yogesh and his father could not read. They were not educated. They were illiterate. They didn't know what to do with it. So Yogesh's father said, maybe somebody has left the bag here, they will come back. This letter, no, we'll show it to somebody who can read it, they will tell us what it is. So they waited for the policeman who came every morning to have his morning cup of tea. When he came, they handed him the letter and asked him to read it out. The letter read, your drawings are so beautifully, and they are indeed worth framing. From now on, when you do draw, use these colors and show the world how beautiful the universe looks through your eyes. Yogesh was overjoyed. The three boys were not just any construction boys, they were angels, true angels. And from that day onwards, Yogesh's drawings were full of the colors and full of the beauty that his beautiful and innocent eyes saw. So tell me, children, did you like this story? This is the story of a boy who did not have the money to buy colors. But in his mind, in his eyes, whenever he drew a drawing, it was full of colors. So, what is it that I want my children to do? I want my children to stop wasting all the colors that they have. At every birthday party, as a return gift, you get a box of colors. Most of you do. Or you, every academic year, you buy a new set of crayons or a new set of colors, don't you? From now on, try and use the colors that you already have. And when you have an excess of colors, excess of pencils, erasers, sharpeners, or stationery, ensure that you give it off to some poor child who dreams of becoming a big writer, who dreams of becoming a big painter, who dreams of just coloring. All right. So, with that, I end tonight's story of Bedtime Stories with VJ, and I shall see you again on Wednesday with another story, another hero, another character, another adventure. Till then, I want you children to think about all that you have and also think about all those children who can't have or can't afford to buy anything. And from next time onwards, promise me you will be mindful. All right. Good night. Take care. Sleep well. Sleep well. Sleep tight. Don't let the bugs bite. Bye bye.